matshwana from the corner la uzongithola khona mokhona ukuba khona sanibona guys. I think we owe the guys that we labeled as mad and weirdos an apology, you know. The guys that were telling us about Illuminati, aliens, lizard people, we owe those guys an apology because we really thought they were mad. Now it turns out they were not really that mad. They were somewhere around the truth. I'm not sure if you watched the clip where Obama partially admits that there are aliens. And what was shocking for me with that interview is where he said they are not somewhere in a underworld tunnel or underworld bunker. And people were like, no. Who talked about an underworld tunnel? You know, who talked about the underworld bunker? Because nobody talked about that. So it was funny, bruh, you know, and shocking also. Wow, okay. So these guys were right all along. They are aliens, you know. And they went on to interview Donald Trump and said, what do you think? What do you think about that Obama's interview and his partial admission? And you know what Trump said? Trump did not say madness, Baba. Trump did not say I would say out. No, Trump said no. He revealed confidential information. That was confidential information. Yeah, I know, but fetch. Shitty all along, vele. Moli bela khona ma aliens. I know. Oh, Trump. It's a big fan of. In fact, a friend of Ronald Reagan. Is it Ronald? No, Donald Reagan. There's this podcaster, man, who always talks about aliens. Now and then, that guy is so obsessed with aliens. Trump is the biggest friend of that guy. So, and I think also in his presidency, he promised, they had a commission, man. They had a commission on extraterrestrials and unidentified flying objects, but they don't call it UFO anymore. So it's interesting, guys. Those guys also, they met people in high school. They were also telling us about one other thing. Child molesters, child predators, that the elites are trafficking children. The elites are sleeping with minors. But it's boom, Epstein files. But it's boom, Epstein files. There is no billionaire that you know. Okay, that's over exaggeration. Most billionaires that you know, most rich people that you know, including Elon Musk, are mentioned in the Epstein files. Sometimes, many times, is not in relationship with his child trafficking ring, but it does raise his suspicions to say why are they linked with a child traffic? Why are they linked with the child molester? So it's interesting, and all these activities where children were trafficked, the children were trafficked to Epstein Island. You know, the children were abused at Epstein Island. And Terminal 2, Epstein is inviting Elon to Epstein Island. You know, Epstein is inviting people to Epstein Island, bruh. Billionaire politicians, royal families, they've been to Epstein Island, bruh. And, you know, the things that he talks about in his emails, very shocking things relating to your child molestation. Shouldn't like lapaya man. Epstein mfana usbonisile ukuthi le ouches riches zababhebha abantwana. You know, and it's fucking scary, bruh. It gives another perspective on the people that are running the world. Yeah, shoot lapaya kahle le out lezi zibhizi zidla abantwana. Abona mabathu umuntu uyidla abantu, udla abantwana. Yeah. Dala vele sisho ukuthi sometimes baba le mali abanayo iningi kakhulu, billion khaphula running the world, abantu badla abantu kanti literally intanga. Yeah, balala nabantwana. It's scary. And all along mesithi abo David Icke amahlanya, all along mesithi David Icke amahlanya, abo Credo Muthwa mesithi abantu futhi I was not part of those people. Abantu bathi basika labantu laba kanti abasiki iqiniso nazi ziyavela lezi zinto lezi. You know, the performing rituals using children. It's scary, Baba. Shuti, kahle, the way from where I'm sitting, the veil has been uplifted, bruh. The veil has been uplifted. A lot has been exposed. And manje, I don't think like people have come out from the hiding now. I think they are making it normal. They are telling you that we are doing this thing. So manje, you won't seek more information. You won't go and investigate more. You understand? Sabakunikile nama sacrificial lamb. Yabona bakunikile abo P Diddy, bakunikile abo Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and all these politicians and celebrities. I think those guys were sacrificial. Now we won't know. Now we won't be interested to know more.